Are in Monastir, Tunisia. This is the FIBA AfroBasket Qualifiers. It's game day 4. It's Group D. It's all on, folks. It's South Sudan taking on Nigeria. Well, Nigeria certainly need no introduction for everything that they have been able to accomplish in recent times, really the past decade. In African basketball and international basketball. They're taking on South Sudan. We're going to do that game now. Then it'll be Rwanda and Mali. And, of course, tomorrow, Nigeria squaring off against Rwanda. And South Sudan also in action. So, you know, what are the rankings? Well, here they are. You've got in the standings, rather, Nigeria unbeaten, up at the top at 3-0. South Sudan at 2-1. Mali at 1-2. And Rwanda, who already know they'll be at the AfroBasket, 0-3. But still, the main objective is to keep improving, be competitive, and be ready by the time the AfroBasket tips off. And you're talking about not just one of the best national teams in Africa, in Nigeria, but really in the world. Remember, they played at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019. They have won the FIBA AfroBasket back in 2015, runner-up 2017, played at the Olympics in 2012, 2016, and of course South Sudan, who are coached by Luol Deng, looking now to make their mark and to reach the AfroBasket for the very first time, and certainly on the evidence of what we saw in the last window, this is a team with a lot of possibilities, and probably will have some tough questions down the road in terms of their squad makeup, as Luol Deng knows that he will have some other players champing at the bit to be in the team that are playing in the NBA, that are playing in the American college system. But right now he's got a team already that has moved itself on the verge of qualifying. Of course, if they lose today, they'll still have a lot of work to do. But I think the smart bet is to expect South Sudan to be at the AfroBasket. Certainly Nigeria, if they win today, they'll be punching their ticket to play in the flagship event of African basketball. So a lot of action coming your way. Ike Diogu, the legend, just coming out, talking to Uzo. Another, you see Benajay there, Egekezi, and Amigano, who was so big for them in their African qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Nigeria have that take no prisoners approach, and they will be coming out ready today. You better believe it. The big question is, how are they going to perform, as remembering that their main coach is not going to be available. We'll talk more about that in just a second following the national anthems for both teams. Okay, the national anthems have been played. And you can see the coach of Nigeria today is Mfon Udofia, who is an assistant of Mike Brown, but he's taken over for this because Mike Brown has his NBA job with the Golden State Warriors. So he is busy right now in the NBA, but no doubt watching this game. And we'll be intrigued to see how his guys do. Tariq Ben Taifa, Babacar Gueye, and Haitham Ihakigaf from the refereeing crew today here in Tunisia. And we'll also get a look at, we should be getting a look anyway at the starting fives. If not, we'll tell you what they are once they're out there. But these two teams already met once, and this will be the second time. So Nigeria, pretty convincing winners, although they didn't probably slam the door shut like Brown would have liked when they probably had a chance when they played in Kigali, Rwanda. Nigeria winning that game 76-56. Of course, South Sudan rebounded from that loss, beating Mali and Rwanda. So the starting five: Iregbu, Omera, Diogu, Emigano, and Benajay. And then you've got Wamu, another Iregbu, Uzo, Egekazi, Abu, and Ayayi and Moneke coming off the bench. And there's Udofia, the coach. And on the one hand, it's a great position to be in for him to call the shots, to have the reins for this game and the next couple of games. One of the talented national teams, but also the expectation levels will be high for them. They've got to come out and play well. He'll know that. And certainly Nigeria looked very like they had a promising future, certainly for the AfroBasket, judging from the last window. Tinibak Put, Nuni Omat, Deng Akuth, Kwani, and Emmanuel Malou in the starting five for South Sudan, and Wek, Muo, Bak, Riak, Kakul, Mabior, and Alec Adob coming off the bench for Coach Luol Deng, who obviously one of the most famous players in the world back when he was in fact playing for the Chicago Bulls, the LA Lakers, and Great Britain's national team, where his family moved many years ago to London. He played for Great Britain when they were at the Olympics, when they hosted the Olympics in 2012, even played for them at the Eurobasket before that, and now he is president of the Federation, of the South Sudan Basketball Federation, and also the coach.
Flip the screen. Ike, hit here. Ike, once you hit here, slide over the corner. You slide over a little bit space. Ike, you're going down, getting short. You right here. Dribble hand off to the corner. Mike, you come up. Once you get it, you're looking to kick here. To Ike. It doesn't look like this. Ike, you're going short. Over you here.
So the moment is right before tip-off, and you would think that South Sudan will have taken a step forward from the last time these two teams played. And obviously they're just getting back together again, having been with their club teams. And sometimes you're dusting off the cobwebs in that first game. We didn't see Nune Omat last time he was injured, so that is certainly a plus for South Sudan. Well, we're underway here from Tunisia, South Sudan and Nigeria. South Sudan winning the opening tip and turning the ball over immediately. Nigeria, the Tigers, over to Diogo. In the paint, shot clock winding down. They're going to have to put one up. Iregbu not successful with that, and puts it up off the back of the iron. Following it up, the miss and the putback was Kawani. And that was Emigano, in fact, who took that shot for Nigeria at the beginning. So an early lead here for South Sudan, who have to be feeling good about themselves, having, first of all, gotten into the FIBA AfroBasket Qualifiers when Algeria pulled out, and really to have won 2 of their first 3 games in the window. Now here's Nigeria, sluggish start offensively, and putting up a crazy shot right at the end and getting it in and scoring. Was Iregbu. So I'm sure that's how you draw it up over on the sidelines. Mfon Udofia. And now an offensive foul. Turns it back over to the Tigers. Omat. And you can see the letting on the scoreboard, or rather the backboard, went off right after the shot was released. So that was a good basket, creating right at the end of the shot clock for Nigeria. Now the pass up ahead, and good little step into the lane, but not making was Ding Akuth. And now Nigeria push it quickly, and a foul is called right before the shot from Emigano. Now from the baseline, putting it up, Kwani. And Nigeria again bring it back up the floor, Iregbu. Benajay from the left. Oh, tough drive down to the lane, and the basket is good for South Sudan. So Omat paying some early dividends here. His was a big absentee in the last game, fouled by Manitoba's. Actually hails from Canada, Manitoba, Omara. And Omat does not convert the three-point play opportunity. And the pass goes off the fingertips of Omara. Looked like they were crossed up a little bit. Well, exciting stuff here, and a three-point shot short. First game in the Continental Qualifiers in the third window. Of course, no fans allowed because of the coronavirus pandemic. And Iregbu comes down and nails the jump shot. Now, his quality performer, played at the World Cup last year, or excuse me, in 2019. Omat falls down, and the ball ends up with Iregbu. Diogu inside. He's not going to miss from there, is he? And a foul down. Looks like it's going to be called on Ike Diogu. Swatted down low by Diogu. Now Putt puts it up. Well, it turned out to be pretty good situation there for Tenny Putt in South Sudan. They'll take a block shot any day of the week if they get a three-pointer just a couple seconds later. Meanwhile, Ike Diogu nails it from the baseline. Just an incredible career for Nigeria. Ike Diogu, arguably the most important player, really, in their history. It's Kwani with the miss. Now Benajay steps back. And Irregular can't control it before it goes out of bounds. Omat, and drills it from about a few meters, and South Sudan knotted right again at 9 apiece. 4 points for Nuni Omat. Regbu, and good rebound by South Sudan's Ding Akuth. Tenny Bakput. Steps back, hesitated. No need to force it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. That was another miss and another rebound for Akuth. Now putting it up from a long way out was Nuni Omat. And again, now 6 minutes into the contest, all tied at 9 apiece. Nigeria looking to punch their ticket for the AfroBasket today. I mean, let's be honest, they're going to be there, but that'll make it official. It'll be good seeing the Tigers back, whether they win today or the next couple of days. Now, shooting and missing was Ding Akuth. Regbu gets it down low to Emigano. Now Benajay, that's his reputation. He lets it fly. Adofia likes what he sees with that shot. Hails Adofia, actually an American Nigerian, hails from the state of Georgia, plays for Georgia Tech. Now turning and missing, and the ball's going to stay at this end. That was Jok Kakul missing the jump shot. Here's Benajay. And you might remember he played for Nigeria back at the 2016 Olympics. And of course, before that, really made his name in America anyway at Syracuse. The referees want to take time here to, I don't know if they're making sure that some of the tire is okay from Jok Kakul. But 7 minutes into the contest, and it's Nigeria leading at 12-9. And Ike Diogu off to a good start with 4 points. Iregbu with 5 points. And both those players now on the bench. It's Put missing, but the offensive rebound was from Dutt, and he passes it back out. They did not reset the shot clock, so the long shot and the battle for the rebound. Here comes Nigeria. And good defensive harassment there, keeping it alive, but Nigeria not going to be denied on the offensive rebounds. Nuni Omat getting his hand up to get the swat. Then Moneke, Chima Moneke, who's just checked in, comes in, gets the rebound. Omat's going to go out of the game. So Moneke at the line. And misses with his first attempt. So many weapons. And the second one is good. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nigeria launching it from a long way out off the back of the rim. And then reaching in, and Nigeria knocked it out of bounds. Three-point shot off the glass. And here comes Nigeria again. Okay, back outside to Egekeze. They swing it. Egekeze from behind the arc. And the former Belmont star knocks it in. Peter Jacques, good shooter, lining up number 5, but they turn it over. They don't get to him, but then good hands by South Sudan. Ball back, gets the ball back, and then the ball goes out of bounds off Egekeze. Good hands by Egekeze. Ball back, puts it up, and can't get it to go, but there for the follow, and also could not get it to go was Nyang Wek. But again, the defense anticipating the pass comes up with a steal. And there's a lot of things South Sudan are doing well, but they're not putting the ball in the basket, and Nigeria put up an air ball. Moneke then cuts up with the offensive rebound and scores with a putback. Wamu, who's known for his ability to play above the rim, put up the 3. But his teammate was there, and they're missing was Taco Weck. So Nigeria, after being knotted at 9 apiece, race into an 18-9 lead over South Sudan. So 1 quarter's in the books, and you can see the shooting a lot better for Nigeria. 4 of 7 inside the arc. They've got 3 threes, just 1 of 10 from deep for South Sudan. And here's a look back at some of the highlights of the first quarter, which was tight for really the first 6 minutes, and then South Sudan hit a cold spell. And Nigeria have been able to open up a nice 9-point lead here.
Yep. He said big to big. He's coming to set one on you. All right.
And then he going strong right. I'm going strong right. Look, hey, bucket or foul, all right?
Let's go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Defense. What'd you say?
Bucket or foul.
Make him guard.
Move that rock, man. Drive to the basket. Stop settling. Get to the hoop. It's small. Come on, y'all.
Bring the ball up.
Well, everything looked pretty good there for a while for South Sudan, but simply after they made some substitutions, really struggled putting the ball in the basket. You can still see they're a work in progress. South Sudan looking to get a lot from Peter Jock, and of course, as you look at number 0 there for Nigeria, that was Wamu. Here's Moneke, gets down low, passes it back outside to Irekbu, back to Moneke, and Kawani with the rebound. Taco Weck hands it back off to Kawani, who has the ball knocked out of his hands. And now Nigeria running. They throw it down to Moneke, and it goes out of bounds. Nigeria trying to play a little bit faster. Kawani down to the low post, gets it back, drifts in. Now another chance for Wamu, hands it off to Uzo. Now into the paint, and missing was Wamu. Three-point shot is good for South Sudan, and that could not have come at a better time. Ding Riak. They were really struggling. Neke gets it back on the baseline, goes up strong and met at the rim, and he's fouled. Riak hits the three-pointer, then goes down, plays some good defense, gets his hands up. This is Riak showing his touch from three-point range. And Moneke gets the first one to go. Moneke gets the second to go as well and pushes the lead back to 20-12 for unbeaten Nigeria in the AfroBasket Qualifiers. South Sudan at 2-1. Remember, they lost the first meeting by 20 points to Nigeria. Kwani gets it to go. Good drive by Kwani. And Kwani with the rebound. Jock. Peter Jock goes off 1 foot and can't get to go, but the offensive rebound and putback is there for Matiang. And look at this, South Sudan pull back to within 4 points. Well, Wamu, wow. That's exactly the type of response you'd like to see from Nigeria. And Jock being helped up. Going to go over perhaps to the bench. Looks like he might have either injured his ankle. Oh, no, maybe it's his groin or a quad. You might remember, if you're watching from America, when Peter Jock was at Iowa, he was a great shooter. And with this little stoppage in time, the players go over to the benches. I don't think a timeout has been called, and the referee is telling the players, hey, let's get back out there. Nobody's called timeout. Alakadoba has checked into the game now for Jock. Where's number 7? And it looked like Kwani was fouled before the shot. He was by Uzo, another of those veterans, the Tigers. Three-point shot. Got the front of the rim, wouldn't go down. Taco Wet couldn't rebound it. And Wamu has it. And back to Uzo, and he's got a chance for a three-point play. Good pass by Omara, and Riak picks up the foul on Uzo. Riak comes from Australia. Actually played some college basketball at Akron. Played for the Zips. Uzo bends the knees and completes the three-point play. Kwani. And just like that, the Nigeria lead goes back to 10 points. Alec Adob gets in, and good work on the board. Still can't get it to go. South Sudan staying after it. Kwani. And the bounce pass knocked away by Wamu. And then flying in and flushing it was Egekeze. But they get it quickly back up the floor, and passing it back outside was Adob, and they then turn it over. Iregbu. That's Uche Iregbu. Number 10, pushing it quickly, and another foul. And it might be on Matiang. And you could see that Omara again involved in that play. Quite possibly one of the more underrated Nigerian players. He seems to be involved in a lot of the good things that they do, especially with his passing. Egekezi gets into the paint, has it knocked out of his hands. Kwani in the open floor, goes in hard and banks it in. Boy, how did he score that one over Omara? Omara looks like he might have actually gotten a little bit of Omara's mouth with his left hand. Omara hustles back down. Those Manitobans aren't going to stop. Regbu over to Wamu. Omara has it. And the bounce pass, Uzo expecting Egekezi to go towards the basket, and they were not on the same page. And that only comes, obviously, playing with each other. Taka Wet goes back out of the game, and Ding Akuth comes back in. Yeah, you really get the feeling that, in fact, both of these teams playing a little bit better than when they started the AfroBasket qualifiers. Ike Diogu back into the game. Omat in, number 1, back in. So South Sudan's getting their starters back in. Kwani hands it off. Omat drifts around, and boy, what a nice spinning move by Alec Adub, who really was bad when these two teams played in the last meeting. He's looked pretty solid today, but what a drive by Regbu. And the foul called on Ding Akuth, who went for the swat. Uchi Regbu shaking and baking. So here he is. Takes his time and completes the three-point play. He's 24 years of age. A dub. And then a little bit of confusion in the ranks there as the Dub gets over on the corner, tries to, doesn't link up with Nuni Omat. Diogu puts on the deck, gets inside, misses. Now maybe a chance for South Sudan to run it. A Dub falls down and is able to get it back. Tries to get it to his teammate. And swooping in for the layup. Points off turnovers, folks. You certainly cannot play against Nigeria and expect to win if you turn it over. Omat. Omari in his grill, but he makes it. Nice soft release from Nuni Omat. Remember, Nigeria perfect at 3-0. Senegal, South Sudan 2-1, and hitting the three-point shot, Emigano. And they just keep pouring it on Nigeria, opening up their biggest lead of the game right now, 36-22, and that brings a timeout from Luol Deng.
Listen, we know the floor's slippery, right? Get a stop. what are they doing? They're small, right? Let's beat them up inside. Why are we not looking inside? And why, when we know the play, guys, why are we running into each other? We already called the play. All right, listen, we're going Boston away, right? Beat us here. Which side do you like to shoot off better? Beat it here, right? 3 here, 5 here, right? 4. Pass to the 4.
This Curry screen. Shot for you in the corner.
All right.
Got it?
Hey, we still got 3 kills. We still got 3.
Ike, and then come off with Ike kicks it. Oh, okay. Ike make a pass.
Still got 3
Let's
kills.
go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
More kills, more kills, more kills.
Megan Kesley sitting down at the end of the bench. You could hear Luol Deng not enamored with the way his players were playing, thinking they're in too much of a rush. Need to play with a little bit more composure. Perhaps that's why they've got Tenny put back out there. Now Nuni Omat. And the ball goes out of bounds and back over to Nigeria. You know, in many respects, when you think about it, 3 of the teams and you know, the top 3 teams in each group will qualify. So that, in a way, eases the pressure. But the beauty of the qualifiers is it's giving these guys games, which they badly need. They're going to need to make the most of this window, especially if they plan on, first of all, if they qualify for the AfroBasket and then they get there. 3-point shot, and Magano. Now the pass down low, and well, I'm not exactly sure how Deng Mayot didn't score there. I mean, that was, he should have just dunked it. Ike Diogu. 3-point shot from Emagano. They dodged the bullet. Tenny Put taking his time, calling the play. Omat from behind the arc. And the ball goes out of bounds. Three-point shot from Nigeria, and Omarov follows, and again dodging the bullet, South Sudan. Peter Jock to Omat. They swing it, and they rattle in the three-pointer. Matiang, his first 3 points of the game. No, excuse me, he's got 5 points now. But they were a big 3. Ike Diogu, and the long rebound helps Nigeria keep possession. Driving and missing was Ike Iregbu. Now the pass to Nuni Omat. Puts it up and in. And South Sudan get the deficit back to single digits. Benajay steps inside the arc and can't get it to drop. And Deng Mayot, and another chance for South Sudan. Peter Jock open, drills the 3. That's the reputation. And South Sudan finishing the first half strong. Pulled to within 6 points And you know they can shoot it much better than they have in this first half, and perhaps that's a sign of what's to come in the second half with Jock. About a 7-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Iregbu from behind the arc and fouled while attempting the three. Boy, that is not a good play from Bakput. Tenny Bakput fouling the three-point shooter. So Iregbu makes the first shot. You know, I was talking about the pressure not being on because of 3 teams from each group qualifying. But with Rwanda also in this group, it does complicate matters just a little bit for the other teams. If Rwanda finished 4th, they would take a wild card as a host. But if they finish in the top 3, then they would. The wild card could go to somebody else, but it looks like they need 1 win to qualify. South Sudan. Anyway, 2 out of the 3 free throws are good by Iregbu, and Luol Deng with 7.8 seconds left have cut the deficit back to 38-30. And they have been a different team since that last time out when he got his team to kind of just slow down, and he was also able to get Tenny Bakput back in the game. See the shooting numbers now 2 of 7 from 3-point range. Let's double check that to make sure that's correct. With South Sudan. I'm not sure those numbers are right. Just looking at the official stats. Tenny Bakput has a 3-pointer. Matiang has a 3. Peter Jock has a 3. And Riak has a 3. I know that's correct. So they're 4 of 15 from 3-point range. And Nigeria are 5 of 16. So Bakput fouled by Iregbu as he got up quickly. Tenny Bakput asking for an unsportsmanlike on Iregbu. Not going to get that. Still enough time to get off a shot here. Nigeria haven't committed really any fouls, so they can foul again. They've got to draw something up here with 3.9 seconds left. They got to launch it. Oh, and Tenny Bakput stepped out of bounds. His foot slipped. You could see it. And now that gives Nigeria a chance. If they're fouled, obviously, they'd get to the line. Omara puts it up from a long way out. Boy, South Sudan would have left the court with their heads down had that one gone in. As it is, it's Nigeria leading it by 8 points. And we've got a nice little game here, folks. Nigeria on top 38-30 over South Sudan at halftime. Take a look at some of the numbers. Now, those are right. Yeah, Nigeria 5 of 17 from 3-point range, 4 of 15 for South Sudan, 9 of 22 inside the arc for South Sudan. So much better in that second quarter. And of course, Nigeria doing some damage at the free throw line as well. South Sudan actually winning the rebounding battle at this stage, and the turnovers have been an issue for Luol Deng's team. They've got 12 turnovers. Omat has 8 to lead all scorers. Ike Iregbu with 7, Monike and Egikezi each with 5 points for Nigeria. So here's a look back at some of the action from this first half. Nigeria They led 18-9 at the end of the first quarter, and alarm bells were ringing for South Sudan, but they actually came back in that second quarter and outscored Nigeria 21-20 to cut the deficit back to 38-30. So, this is all a process. Nigeria has been on the basketball scene a lot longer, and they've got players in this team that have in the shape of Diogu, Uzo, that have been with Nigeria for quite a while. South Sudan, meanwhile, still finding their feet, but they definitely look like a team that is going to be dangerous in Africa. Some would suggest that if they do qualify for the FIBA AfroBasket, that they might even bolster their lineup with even more players with NBA connections and NCAA connections. Who knows? This is a team right now already that you would say you'd have to really come out and play hard to beat them on any given night. But right now it's Nigeria on top 38-30. And I talked about the turnovers being a problem for South Sudan and leading to some breaks. Egekezi there with the dunk, but both teams have scored 6 points off turnovers. South Sudan actually had 8 fast break points to 6 for Nigeria. Nigeria with an advantage, getting 19 points off the bench to 13 for South Sudan. And but you have to say with a player like Peter Jock that is able to come out potentially and hit some three-pointers. That is one player that can really help South Sudan. And I dare say we haven't seen the best from some of their others as well. So I think we've got Taco Weck was injured at the end of the last window and is only really just coming back to fitness now. So he's playing, trying to get back into game shape. He hasn't scored yet for the South Sudan team. But for Nigeria, 5 points for Egekeze, 5 for Moneke, 7 for Ike Iregbu, 5 for Obi Emagano. And again, Nigeria leading it. They've got 7 steals, just 3 steals for South Sudan. So both these teams looking for more in the second half. Let's have a look at the top scorer. Here he is, Ike Iregbu for Nigeria. Played his college basketball at Washington State. Plays right now with Rashta Vekta in Germany. And we should good look at Nuni Omot. And here he is. Remember, he missed the first game through injury, but here he is. Scored very early on, and he's got 8 points to lead all scores. So as you look at Omot's baskets, as a reminder, it's Nigeria leading it at halftime over South Sudan, 38-30. We'll be right back before the start of the second half.
Bongo brings it down, they'll throw it up and the score.
knocked away. Makram Ben Ramdam. Beautiful bounce pass. Oh, flying in and dunking the 40-year-old Slimane. The man hit the runway and soared in for the one-handed.
Wainwright trying to go past Coronel, trying to shake him with the crossover. Double team. Is he going to hit the three? You are kidding me! Ishmael Wainwright is unconscious right now here in Alexandria.
Lively start then in Kigali. And how about the jam?
Throws it off his back. He pulls up. Oh my lord! Are you serious? He ducked over the entire back defense. I mean, this is something else right now. Both teams really going at it. I mean, exciting basketball.
Well, Nuni Omat has 8 points, but South Sudan trailing at halftime 38-30 against Nigeria. Nigeria unbeaten in the AfroBasket Qualifiers. The AfroBasket will be played in Rwanda this summer. And, well, let's just fingers crossed that we have a much better developments, or some big developments anyway. So we have fans back in the arenas. Of course, no fans able to get in here to watch because of the coronavirus pandemic. But we're all optimistic that good times are ahead. So we've seen the Iregbu brothers, Chuchi and Ike, playing today for Nigeria, and really overall Nigeria a handful for the South Sudan team. But South Sudan have given us flashes of solid play. If they could just put the ball in the basket a little more regularly, you know, we'd have an even closer game. But Omat and again, a very talented South Sudan team led by the most successful, the most famous, probably, arguably player from South Sudan, Luol Deng. There he is, calling the shots. And again, they will be looking. You know, they will be saying even better times are ahead if we make it to the AfroBasket. So anyway, let's listen in to the Nigerian coaching staff as they give some last-minute instruction for the start of the third quarter.
Let's hit here. As soon as you hit, over, you get it out. The weak side. Cap, you get it. We spacing over. I got it here. Come set this beer. I just set this beer, slip. And look at hit this slip right here. You can't hit anything.
And come get it. Second play, guys. 23. We already know it. Brush him off. Malou, hold it for a second. Then come out. Hit him right here. Get the screen we're looking for. Malou, cut after you pass it. Tenny, you're the next one. If he helps, you got Tenny right here. All right, let's go, guys.
Come on,
hey,
man.
cut. Come on, guys.
Last 2 quarters. Last 2 quarters, man. Let's fight. Let's fight. 1, 2, 3. Fight. Let's go.
Start with a stop. Start with a stop. Come on.
So number 1, Nuni Omat, comes back out. And Deng Akuth, number 6, is out there. Tenibak Put, the point guard, 0, is out there as well. Kwani and Emmanuel Malou. And it's Ike Iregbu that starts the second half. Wonder what the chances are that we'll see Ike play alongside his brother, Uche. Well, we talked about the turnovers. They had 12 in the first half, and they started the second half with 1 here in South Sudan. Omarai hands it off to Emagano, who puts it on the deck, and he is fouled by Emmanuel Malou. 11 fouls, 11. Diogu takes the pass back from Iregbu, gets down low, and just a nice little soft jump hook, I guess you just say, a little jumper right in the paint, right at the rim. Nigeria go back up by 10. And good defense by Omarai, but he couldn't keep his feet in bounds. A little bit of a sluggish start here for South Sudan. Tinny back put, drives in, gets it outside to Kawani. Over to Umat, who puts it up, and he was fouled right before the shot clock buzzed by Omara. Well, Ike Diogo has been wheeling, dealing, spinning for a long time in basketball, international basketball. Now 37 years of age. Omont makes the first and the second to get it back to an 8-point deficit. Wonder what Mike Brown thinks of Nigeria so far. The head coach not able to be with the team this window because of his commitments with Golden State. Here's Ike Diogo, and just glances off the front of the rim, goes out of bounds. Kwani gets on the deck, charges rather into the Nigerian defense and turns it over. It was Emigano that took the charge, and now Omara scores down low. First basket of the game, and Emigano, who took the charge, gets the assist. Kwani. Akuth. Pass batted. Now Akuth gets it back, puts it up, gets it back again, and stays after it. Just 24 years of age, Dinga Akuth, oozing with potential. Benajay misses from the right corner. Omar with the rebound. Back to Emigano. Back outside to Irekbu. Benajay again. Emigano. And Irekbu banks it in. How about that? The bank is open. These are banking hours. And Monastir. And I believe we're going to have Kwani with an offensive foul. And he was appealing for an unsportsmanlike, but I think he better be careful. It looks like he could have gotten an unsportsmanlike. Oh, nice cut by Omara there to get that basket. And now he comes out and forces another turnover by South Sudan in this third quarter. Turnovers a problem. South Sudan have now turned it over. Well, it says 13 on the official scoring, now 14, but I think they've got another one. I think it's 15. Ike Diogo spins, now Omara, and travels. Didn't know what he was going to do with the basketball. South Sudan kind of hanging around. Dinga Akuth goes out. Taco Weck comes back in. Also, or is he? Yes, he is. And he inbounds it to Peter Jock, the former Hawkeye. Peter Jock down to Taco Weck, who takes the contact and can't get the drop, but he goes to the free throw line. And Magano frustrated, thinking he was in good defensive position, had his hands up. But I think if we saw the replay, maybe he reached in. Ooh, bad trip to the line, but Takawek follows up the miss and puts it up, and he gets the 2 points anyway. No box out on the free throw shooter, and South Sudan get it back to a 9-point deficit. Iregbu. Diogu. Stepping back, Iregbu. Now Benajay, and Peter Jock rebounds the miss. Omat. And an unkind bounce off the rim for South Sudan. Gives it back. It's Takawek. Gives it back to Nigeria. Look at Takawek. Man, nobody was near him. Got that rebound with ease. Magano. His pass, well, good defense by South Sudan, but also maybe a pass that I'm not sure he should have made that one, even though that was the play. Looks like Ike Diogu is going to come out. Oh yeah, don't blame that one on Magano. I think Diogu just got out of position just a little bit. Egekezi comes back in. Manze Egekezi. He had 5 points in the first half. And another foul called. Magano fouled Peter Jock. Each team with 3 team fouls. Peter Jock from a long way out. You saw the ball going down and then it came out. Monike asking for the basketball. Trying to post up on Peter Jock. And Takawek rebounds the miss. And Peter Jock again can't get the drop. And quickly this time, Benajay goes down but gets swatted by Nuni Omat. Now Jock pulls up on the break and it was short, but the ball falls kindly to his teammate, Emmanuel Malou. And South Sudan get it back to within 7 points. And Magano drives in. Oh, tough move. And Magano in scoring over Malou with the left hand. Jock over to Malou, and then the pass batted out of bounds. So 9 seconds will be on the shot clock. Benajay thought he had a layup, although he felt Omat coming from behind him, and sure enough, Nuni Omat got the block. Shot clock down to 5. Peter Jock gets it over to Omat. And left his feet, didn't exactly know what he was going to do with it. Iregbu goes behind his back to Maneke, who is fouled in the paint. A little bit of a panache shown by Ike Iregbu. Behind the back pass. Neke takes his time and makes the first. A nice game so far. South Sudan actually over the limit now. Only makes 1 of 2. Neke played it. University of California, Davis, 25 years of age now. And Malou drives in. Boy, good ball handling by Malou. And he was fouled. So he attacked the basket. Yep. Foul on Benajay. And Malou watches painfully as the ball stays out. Gets a second to drop. So the winded Malou comes out, and Tenny back put comes back in. 9 points, the difference. Good drive down into the heart of the defense, and the score by Wamu. Omat dishes, good reach, knocking it out of bounds, Wamu. Omat from the right corner. Good. So the three-pointer makes it an 8-point game again. South Sudan hanging around. Omat now with 13 points. Nigeria not landing the knockout blow. Egekeze back outside. And the good defense by Taco Wick just puts his hand straight up and knocks it out of bounds. And the shot clock expires, so it's going to be South Sudanese basketball. They're trying to get something right at the end of the shot clock, but South Sudan not having it under 2 minutes to go now in the third quarter. The difference in the game, just what it was at halftime. Omat trying to cut into that 8-point deficit. And now Wamu picks up the foul guarding Omat. Wamu tried to get an explanation why the foul was called. And he gets it. Just called for raising his forearm. And Omat gets the first to go. And again, South Sudan just creeping ever so close now to Nigeria. Just 1 of 2, however, for Nudi Omat. And now Nigeria explode to the other end. And take the lead back up to 9 points. Uzo. Well, that's his game. He likes to get out on the break. Tenny back put over to Nuni Omat. Alley-oop, and Oman did a great job of getting the rebound. Peter Jock open for three, and it paid off again. They'll take the three instead. And it's a 6-point game, folks. The longer they hang around South Sudan, you have to think their confidence is growing. Oh, boy, what an answer for Nigeria. It's not one Iregbu, it's the other. That was Uche. And Peter Jock, this time off target at the free throw line. Huge shot by Uche Iregbu to take it back up to a 9-point lead. And now Nigeria bounce pass down low to Iregbu. He hands it off to Maneke, who goes up. Good basketball from the Tigers. South Sudan looking a little lost defensively on that possession. And the lead goes back to 11. Tenny back put. Here's the whistle. Make sure he gets his shot off, and he goes to the line. Wamu picks up the personal. So good job by Tenny back put. Former Stony Brook star Uche Iregbu dishing it. And here's Tenny back put. So Taco Weck, more from him, no doubt, to come. And the second is good as well from Tenny back put. They got to hurry. And the attempt from Ike Wamu was short, so nice little play there right at the end from Tenny back put, getting to the line and cutting the deficit. Now back to single digits as Nigeria on top, 57-48 at the end of 3. So there is the shooting numbers, and let's look at some highlights. Diogo got it going early, and Nigeria started to open the lead back up. But South Sudan kind of hung around.
Top of the screen, right here, come back, get him. The screen down here and a screen here. Either way, right? You guys play the game, you two, all right? Get open shots. Let's go. Keep getting stops, guys. We about to win this thing.
Win on 3, win on 3, win on 3, 1, 2, 3. Win. Come on, y'all. First 3 minutes. First 3 minutes.
Well, it's going to be interesting to hear the thoughts of Luol Deng after this game to see, what he thinks about his team. Obviously, Peter Jock playing, Nuni Omot playing. They did not play in the first window, and as they're here, it certainly gives them a little bit more firepower. A little bit more experience. They definitely look a tougher proposition than they did in the first meeting with Nigeria. But, Nigeria can really turn it up a notch, and we might see that in this fourth quarter. They won the first game by 20 points. course, you want to finish in the top 3 to clinch a spot in the AfroBasket. And if that will be the case if Rwanda finish 4th, since they are the host nation. But if Rwanda somehow finish in the top 3, then only 2 other teams would advance from the group, and the wild card would go elsewhere. Although I guess conceivably it could go to the other team in this group. Anyway, Taco Weck grabs the rebound, hands it off to Tenny Backput. Peter Jock just needs a little bit of daylight. Good job by Moneke knocking it back outside. Now they end up with an open jump shot. And a dub not able to knock it in. That leads to a 3-pointer for Wamu. And again, a long rebound goes outside to Uzo. Wamu has another chance, and he's fouled. Don't understand that foul by Tenny Backput. Long way from the basket. Ball inbound to Degekeze, able to chase it down. Iregbu not able to drill that one. Uche Iregbu. A dub into the paint, little hook shot, and Moneke with the rebound. And a dub. Good job rebounding it with Moneke bearing down on him. And the former UCal Davis star picks up the foul. Kind of getting the feeling now that even though Nigeria have not put away South Sudan, that it really is perhaps a comfortable double-digit lead. But who knows? They've got some shooters, and none better than that man right there, Peter Jock. We keep talking about it. He gets it back to a 7-point game. Moneke hands it off to Iregbu. And Degekeze. And here's South Sudan's chance. You feel like right now they've got to take advantage. They've been right at this margin before. If they can get it to within 5 or perhaps 4, but instead they almost turn it over. Tenny Backput. Iregbu, they're pouncing on the pass, and so they ruled that they did indeed have possession. So they're not going to put the shot clock back to 14 seconds rather. A dub comes out. And Nuni Omat comes back in. Omar also back in for Chima Moneke for Nigeria. Now Tiang hasn't played that much. He misses that shot. Here's Nuni Omat with the rebound. Pump fake. Gets his man, and he's going to get the shot as well. Boy, how good has Nuni Omat been tonight. Uzo picks up the foul. Look at this pump fake. And they give him the basket. Well, we talk about being, trailing by just a handful of points, and now they've cut it to 5 with a chance to get it to 4. So Nigeria called timeout.
First play, let's go floppy out. Let's go all the way through. All the way through.
Hey, big, opposite big, don't forget the flash, okay? But you got to flash with like a target.
All right, you here? Hey, let's get into hey, trail big. Just bring it down. Let it hit up the rim. That's how Boston happens. Come off of it. top.
Well, it's going to be a busy year for Nigeria if, as expected, they go on to qualify for the FIBA AfroBasket. Of course, they'll also be at the Olympics in Tokyo, which were postponed until this year because of the coronavirus pandemic. And I dare say these guys putting themselves in the shop window, hoping that they'll be on the plane to Tokyo to play at the Olympics. It's the dream of every athlete, really, is to be an Olympian. So lots and lots of basketball. And despite the coronavirus pandemic, we're having these qualifiers through bubble formats to make sure, you know, the testing is regular and the conditions are safe, and we're just so happy to be able to bring the action to you. So the three-point play by Nuni Omad gets it to a 4-point deficit 3 minutes into the third quarter, and Peter Jock knocking the ball out of bounds with his defense. Uzo's going to inbound it and makes tough work of it. Wamu goes down, hurting, and South Sudan still not able to pick up the basketball. Wamu, meanwhile, worryingly stays down. Oh, excuse me, it's Egekeze. Egekeze looked like something awkward happened. So they're going to check on him. Hopefully it's not serious. He's holding his right knee, Egekeze. Hopefully it's just the clash of knees. Hopefully it's just a knock. These guys coming out playing for the country. No greater honor than that. And they certainly want to be able to return back to their club sides in good health. But I think without a doubt, all of these guys talk about how much fun they have, a chance to get together with their national teams again, with, you know, many of them, the friends, and they're just testing things out, just making sure that this is going to be okay. Maybe we won't see Egekeze again, I don't know, for the rest of the day, but certainly doesn't look good from that picture. He's going to be helped off. So let's hope for the best for Egekeze, who's given us some highlights today with his play, the three-point shot, the dunk, the defense. But again, he needs to be helped off there. So let's just fingers crossed it's not serious. But again, it doesn't look good from that standpoint. (57-53), Nigeria on top. They maintain possession. South Sudan tried to pick up the ball after the injury and run, but they stepped out of bounds. And now the ball goes off the hands. It looked like Diogu, but South Sudan. No, Diogu looks like he's saying, of course it's our ball. Here we go. Look again. So it's going to be Nigeria basketball inbounding it. 6:46 remaining. Iregbu over to Uzo. What are they going to run? It's a penetration from Uzo. Perhaps. No, they get it to Diogo. The ball defended rather from behind. Omad takes it down low, back outside. Here he is, Peter Jock open for three. Oh boy, that was the shot they wanted. Their best shooter open from behind the arc. And again, Nigeria fall down, Wamu. But again, the ball will stay at this end. Meanwhile, some players shuffling into the lineup here for Nigeria, with this game suddenly hanging in the balance. So Imagano comes back in, Ike Iregbu comes back in, and again another turnover, and Peter Jock this time met at the line, no foul called, and the ball turned over by Peter Jock. Well, they've had a couple of chances, South Sudan, and they haven't gotten closer than the 4. Let's see if Nigeria can extend their lead back to 6 or 7. Uzo. They tried to go to Ike Diogu last time, but he was surrounded by 3 South Sudanese players. Uzo into the paint, goes up with the left hand. Now Tenny Bakput hands it off to Nuni Omar. Nigeria a little bit out of sync offensively. Tenny Bakput, the point guard. Nuni Omar from behind the arc and gets it to go. And we've got a 1-point game, folks. South Sudan knocking on the door. They have not given up the ghost. They've been hanging around. And Nigeria have not scored in this quarter. They've been outscored 8-0. Iregbu. Wow, that was big time. Ike Iregbu. The last time they needed a big 3, it was made by his brother, Uche Iregbu, and this time it was Ike Iregbu that drilled the 3. Boy, nothing bigger for a team like Nigeria to give up a 3 only to answer with a 3. South Sudan attempt a 3 themselves with Matiang. They get it back. Tenny Bakput from behind the arc. He's fouled while attempting the shot by Uzo. 3 free throws coming for South Sudan. Well, we said that, you know, even before this game, it's the first since these players have been able to get back together for this window. And, you know, they are kind of, in a sense, shaking some of the rust off. And I think it's showing a little bit with Nigeria here, especially in this second half. They have not been as fluid offensively. Tenny Bakput makes the first free throw. And the second. Boy, this would be arguably the biggest win in the history of South Sudan if they get this win. I mean, this is a big moment for them. And Tenny Bakput takes a seat, goes out of after pulling his team within 1. Emagano. Benajay gets to the baseline, puts it up. And now South Sudan have a chance to take the lead with 4.5 minutes remaining. Pump fake. Shot. Good! South Sudan have moved in front. Well, a country really with a population of 11 million figures to have some pretty good basketball players, and they are really putting it together right now against Nigeria. Omara, though, catches it on the baseline and scores with the reverse layup. And Nuni Omato answers, and he is fouled. He's got a chance to go to the line again for a 3-point play. Nuni Omar, without question, the player of the game for South Sudan. South Sudan gaining independence from the Republic of Sudan in 2011. I mean, you know, these are the new kids on the block. And right now they're showing like they mean business. They are taking on the Tigers and giving it to them. Leading it with Omat scoring 23 points. The 2-point lead, Emi Emagano. And Ike Diogo inside, and he gets the miss. And now he will go to the line. Taco Weck says he committed the foul. Remember, Nigeria had some opportunities to stretch the lead earlier in the game. They led by as many as 14 points in the first half. And their biggest lead in the second half has been 11. But really in this fourth quarter, for the most part, it's been all South Sudan. Ike Diogo gets the first to go. What better player to have at the line in a big situation than a veteran like Ike Diogo, the two-time Olympian. He cuts it to a 1-point game. 3.5 minutes remain. Diogo gets the second. And folks, you know, you talk about the Continental Qualifiers. What is this all about? Well, I'm going to tell you, this is what it's all about. It's about a country, South Sudan, potentially on the verge of their biggest ever win. Will it go as short this time? Matiang, he puts it up from behind the arc. They stay after it. Nigeria, Iregbu rebounds it. Ike Iregbu pushes it quickly for the Tigers. Diogo gets it over to Pinejay. Now back to Iregbu. 2:51 remaining. 10 on the shot clock. Iregbu lets it fly. Good! Ike Iregbu. Boy, the Iregbu brothers today have been dealing. They want to be on the plane to Tokyo, and they also want to make sure they get to the AfroBasket. Now the three-point, or no, that's inside the arc, and Peter Jock just keeps his cool and drains it. 2:20 remaining, a real humdinger of a game in the AfroBasket Qualifiers. Nigeria won the first meeting by 20, but Emagano now comes down, and his three pushes the lead back to 4. The experience of Nigeria coming to the fore here late in the game. Iregbu, Diogo, and now Emagano hitting big shots. Taco Weck leaves his feet, gets into paint, follows the miss, can't get it. Iregbu again doing everything. Emagano doesn't hesitate. Good! And the Tigers, Nigeria, go back in front, 73-66. And folks, experience counts. And so does the confidence, the self-belief. And who knows, if you had expected Nigeria to roll to a big win today, well, that's not going to be the case. But maybe this game will help them down the road. And certainly South Sudan have to be thinking that, boy, they were right there. They took the lead, but now they're back behind by 7 points.
When we go to this, say bring the ball here. When we go to this, Peter come up full speed, Peter from the shot.
Well, they put the big lead right back up there, 7 points, but just as soon as they can build a lead, they can also lose it. Luol Deng trying to get his troops focused. And listen, a lot can happen for South Sudan over the final minute and 40 seconds. Don't go anywhere. This, again, I think regardless of what happens for South Sudan, they are going to grow from this experience. They will know they are on the right track. They have got some serious potential in African basketball. But how about Iregbu? Boy, he has been terrific, really, for most of the game, but especially here at the end, whether it's been shooting, pushing the ball up the floor, getting in there to get rebounds. Ike Iregbu means so much to this Nigeria team. Tenny back put. Over to Peter Jock. The bounce pass to Nuni Omat. And Kwani misses. Oh, terrific rebound. Tiniebach put wide open for three. He misses. And another offensive rebound. Nuni Omat now steps behind the arc. He launches it for three, and he can't get it to go. They had 3 bites at the cherry, South Sudan. They just could not get it to drop. The only thing that surprised me was that Peter Jock, I don't think, got a shot in that sequence. Still got to keep playing with 1:13 remaining. Whoa, Diogo hit the 2 big free throws to kind of stem the tide. Ike Iregbu hit a big 3, and Magano hit a big 3. I'll tell you what, minute per minute, second for second, when it comes to international basketball, African basketball is about as fun as it gets. Here comes Omarai, pushes it across midcourt. Diogo, back to Omarai. Now Ike Iregbu. 55 seconds to go, 7 on the shot clock. Now Nigeria, and a reach and a foul, not what they wanted. They wanted to take it down as much as possible. Kwani, I mean, you've got those instincts. You have a chance to get a steal, you go for it, and in the end, you commit the foul. And also, it's not a shooting foul, so there'll be 14 on the shot clock. So more time now that Nigeria can take off the clock. You see Luol Deng there, the coach. He doesn't believe in moral victories, so he won't be happy if they don't win the game. But there's no doubt about it, folks. South Sudan are a team to watch. Omarai from behind the arc. And again, South Sudan just can't get the basketball now. Tiniebach put, and the ball knocked away from Iregbu. Here comes Tiniebach put up ahead to Nuni Omat, who goes up and lays it up and in. It's back to a 5-point game. They need to get a turnover now. The clock is the enemy for South Sudan. And Magano brings it across midcourt. And now they do get the steal. Peter Jock, no, but then he loses it. Omarai has it. And they pass to Benajay, who still can't get it to go. Omarai misses. They don't have much time. Nuni Omat, he's got to launch it. He does from behind the arc. Good! It's a three-pointer, and now it's a 2-point game. They got to get the foul. They do, but they don't want to commit the unsportsmanlike. So 73-70, if you believe in miracles, well, you've got a chance, South Sudan. You got to have a lot go your way here. But that Nuni Omat 3-pointer breathed just a little bit of life into South Sudan. And crazier things have happened in a basketball game than to get the ball back and then hit a crazy shot to tie it and force overtime. Nigeria will not be counting their chickens right now, I'll tell you that. Well, they want to look. Could be they want to see if it was unsportsmanlike if he was playing the ball. Could be they also want to make sure they have the right time on the clock. But I think they're looking at to see if it's an unsportsmanlike foul on Matiang. Was he playing the ball? That was great effort there, forcing the turnover. Oh no, excuse me, that was a different play. Oh, they have called the unsportsmanlike foul on Matiang, so that does pretty much do it. They're going to need Imagano to miss both free throws and then get a steal, or get a quick foul and hope they miss 2 free throws again. It's probably not going to be their night now. South Sudan now trail by 4 as Imagano makes the first free throw. I tell you what, you're so close. Every possession so important. And South Sudan will be looking back at this and thinking, if only on a couple of possessions, maybe we had done a little bit more, we could have shocked the world tonight. We certainly could have shocked African basketball. But Nigeria have taken a 5-point lead. And now they will inbound it. So Nigeria punching their ticket for the AfroBasket. And they lead at 75-70. And that is how it finishes, folks. What a great game. What a great way to start the Continental Qualifiers. South Sudan fall to 2-2, but they have got a chance, really, you think, to get to the AfroBasket themselves. Nigeria win it 75-70 over South Sudan. Well, Luol Deng his team's so close, and Adofia there, well, his team held it together. They cracked a little bit in that fourth quarter. South Sudan 13 of 39 inside the arc, 7 of 30 in the end from deep, 11 threes for Nigeria. That was big. They hit some big ones late. Both teams, in fact, did some damage at the free throw line. And very comparable statistics. South Sudan out rebounding Nigeria, in fact, 44-39. Omat was a real star today. Nuni Omat, 27 points. And Iregbu, 16. And Magano, 15. Here's a look back at some of the highlights of a game that turned into a real thriller. Again, Nigeria came out strong in this second half, or you could also say that combined with South Sudan being a little bit flat. But South Sudan just hung around, started hustling back on defense, making some plays, and finally were able to haul themselves back into it, started hitting some shots. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of comment Luol Deng would have. I'm guessing he would say, listen, we're still growing. We feel like we're getting better, but obviously we could have played better today. Are we excited that we pushed Nigeria close? Well, not really. We wanted to win the game. But at the end of the day, the fans will be thinking after this game, the South Sudanese fans, hey, we got something in the works here. Keep an eye on us. You know, it remains to be seen with Nigeria what their team is going to look like when they get to the AfroBasket, of course, at the Olympics as well. What will their team be? But what we do know is that they will be a good team to watch. They will be a fun team to watch. They will have the experience of past AfroBaskets. And again, when they play at the Olympics, they will also have the experience. Iregbu, though, you have to say he really kind of underlined his place, his importance to the team. And also Magano, who didn't play at the World Cup, but you have to think that maybe he'll be in that team when they play at the AfroBasket. For South Sudan, you know, I talked about the possibility of them adding players potentially from the NBA, the NCAA, but I mean, you know, they've got a lot of good players in this team already. So a lot to keep your eye on with these two teams. And, of course, each of these two teams will be playing 2 more games in this window. So Nigeria, they'll be at the AfroBasket at 4-0. South Sudan at 2-2. Mali and Rwanda will be trading blows next.
Thank you for joining us, Captain Ike. You are like a fine wine. What a longevity. Tell us your secret.
No secret. I guess good genetics. I got to thank my parents.
What are your first thoughts after this win against South Sudan?
Say that again?
Your first thought.
Well, it was a sloppy game, but at the same time, we haven't really had much practice time, so it was good to get out there and finally play. There's a lot of things that we can work on, but at the end of the day, a win is a win.
When the score was tight, you didn't scare anymore?
Nah, you never get nervous. That's when execution has to be at its best. And, you know, they had the momentum, so it was good for us to battle in an environment like this.
We heard you want to go till AfroBasket, not Olympics, personally.
You talking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I plan on being in the Olympics. The Olympics happens first before AfroBasket. So, you know, I'm just trying to continue to improve every time and hopefully be on the roster.
Yeah. And what are your expectations for the future of the Tigers?
Well, I expect us to go out there, compete, and play well. You know, we're still a work in progress. So, you know, this is just another step in our progression.
Thank you, Ike. All the best.
Thank you.
For this win, what are your first words after this win?
It was a good win by our guys. We fought through toward the end of the game. South Sudan is a really good team. We knew they was going to play super hard, but our guys got stops at the end of the game and made some big time shots.
At one time,